this third Sunday of Advent, I want to speak to you about joy. Now, this is sort of an interesting way to talk about it. I am right now in the city described in Revelation chapter 2, beginning at verse 18, the biblical city of Thyatira. This city, this archaeological site, and you probably can hear some of the sounds of a city all around me. This is right in the center of the modern city of Achisa. And this is a city of significance. In Acts 16, for instance, the Apostle Paul met a lady in Greece who was from here. Her name was Lydia. She heard the preaching of the gospel and she believed the preaching of the gospel. Now, when Jesus spoke to this church, and that would have been about 40 years after Paul and after Lydia came to Christ, John receives this message from Jesus, sends it to a church that is here. Now, these were house churches. They didn't have a building, although the archaeological site here is probably a church from the 2nd or 3rd centuries, maybe even the 4th centuries. But there were believers here, a church probably planted by Paul. But now in the 90s, Jesus sends a message to this church of how concerned he is for this church. He's concerned about false teachings that are occurring. There's even apparently a false prophetess who is named after a very ungodly woman out of the Old Testament, Jezebel. And the sexual immorality is occurring within the church, and there's divine judgment being brought to this church. And yet, at the end of this, Jesus quotes a psalm that referred to him as the Messianic, the Messiah of the Lord, the Messianic King who would rule this earth. He quotes from Psalm 2. And when you read this in Revelation and then go back and read out of Psalm 2, you have this wonderful passage where Jesus is told by the Father, "Ask of me and I'll give you the nations, and you will judge the nations. And in your judgment, you'll break off all of the sin and the corruption, and righteousness will prevail." Here on this third Sunday of Advent, as we think of joy, in the world in which you and I live, full of immorality, full of idolatry, I can't help but think of Isaac Watts' great hymn that we will be singing during this Advent season. He wrote it in 1719, "Joy to the world, the Lord has come." It's actually not a song for the first Advent, though that's when we sing it. It's actually a song about the return of the Lord, his second Advent. There's a great line there, "Joy to the world, the Lord has come, and he will rule." What he says, he will rule the world with truth and grace, and he'll make the nations prove the glories of his righteousness and the wonders of his love. So on this third Sunday of Advent, in a world filled with great sin, let us remember there is greater grace, and there's the good news that Jesus is coming back, and that is our joy in this dark world. God bless you.